stop playing with my hair in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Maia.
Hi everybody.
Now you may need to be sitting down for this because I'm about to tell you something really shocking. Not only is Maia a lesbian, but she's also a trans woman.
Yeah, I am. I'm part of the T.
She got the L and the T. So while trans men and women have been around just as long as the L and G and B, for many, many years trans people were invisible. And they wanted to stay that way because it was very, very dangerous, and it still is, to be openly trans. However, right now in our society is the first time that trans people have become visible among mainstream society. Now, this is something that is kind of like the first wave, where Joe Schmo in Idaho knows about trans people. What, Joe Schmo in Idaho?
Joe Schmo in Idaho.
However, Joe only knows about the Caitlyn Jenners and the hyper-femininity of the drag world that has been portrayed in the media. I'm lucky enough to know many amazing trans men and women, and I'm fortunate to have a greater understanding of who they are and the authenticity that comes from living their truths. In every first wave in society, whatever that may be, there's a lot of loneliness for the pioneers who are in that first wave because of all of the fear, the misconceptions, and the uncertainty that surrounds that first wave. Now, what Maia has faced and what so many trans men and women have faced, people being afraid to date them because of so many myths surrounding who and what trans people are. And today I wanted to do a little bit of myth busting.
Yeah.
So that if you meet someone who you have chemistry with, who you're compatible with, and you find out they're trans, we don't want that to hinder you from pursuing them. For those of you who don't know, but all of you know because I'm extremely open about my sexuality, I am a big old lesbian. And as a lesbian, I would date a trans woman because I know that trans women are women. Even if they're not cisgender women, they are still women. It's been my experience that trans men and women, the ones who are in my life, are so fantastic that you would be really truly missing out.
Yeah, transgender people need loving too.
Myth number 1, Maia's looks different or feels different than the cisgender.
A lot of lesbians have a lot of curiosity about me, and specifically about my genitals. I'll actually hear from like back channels that, oh my god, what is Maia's vagina like?
Now, to be clear, Maia does have the whole package,
That's
or
right.
no longer the whole package. From everyone who has seen it or spent any time with your vagina, it looks, smells, tastes, functions, and feels like a vagina.
You're one of the few ones who haven't seen my vagina.
I know,
Yeah.
but who knows what's gonna happen by the end of this video.
Oh my god, it doesn't look any different. I don't know what people expect to see. Maybe the outline, the shadow of a penis or something?
Or like a drag queen vagina, like it's got like a lot of extra hair and like lashes.
Right.
Myth number 2, sex with that new vagina is gonna be different or weird or unlike having sex with a cisgender vagina.
To be honest, I had that fear that the first time I slept with a lesbian that she would somehow say, hey, you know, you act differently than other women I've been with. The truth is that apparently I act like every other woman who's ever had sex with another woman. So I found that very gratifying. I found that very interesting. And so really, we're not any different. All the things happen. I have a fully functional vagina. That means a clitoris, a clitoral hood, a vaginal opening, the ability to be penetrated, and even some lubrication, just like any other woman.
I feel like we're on Grey's Anatomy right now.
That's
great.
right.
Myth number 3, trans women behave, act, or look like men. I'll tell you, I've known Maia for a very, very long time, and she behaves, looks, and acts just like every other lesbian I know. I mean, she's a unique snowflake in her own right, but she's just like every other lesbian and every other woman. A lot of women I know don't adhere to society's traditional standards of femininity. So there's such a spectrum, and I think when you transition, you have to develop your own identity on that spectrum of what it means to be a woman.
For me, I know that when I first came out, even though I was a 40-year-old person, I felt like a 13-year-old girl. I still had to figure out what womanhood meant to me, who Maia was. And I think sometimes people misinterpret that as somehow being, masculine. And the funny thing is, if you saw the same behaviors from a butch lesbian woman, you wouldn't think anything of it. I think about myself being a kid and liking softball and doing all these things. I used to think about these things as somehow being indicative of maleness. Now when I think about it, if I had been born in a female body, I think my parents would have just been worried that I was going to turn out to be a lesbian.
Which she did.
Which is what happened. I just kind of went around the scenic route.
She didn't feel like she had to be extremely hyper feminine to still be a woman. We're going to be discussing this topic about beauty and the beauty myth on Maia's channel, so make sure you go check that out. Myth number 4. If a lesbian dates a trans woman, we are somehow less of a lesbian.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because lesbians have no problem dating trans guys. And they're actually guys. But somehow trans women, I think there's this deep-seated transphobia in society. There's still difficulty accepting that they're actually women.
Part of being a lesbian is not being attracted to men and to masculine behaviors, masculine looks, masculine socialization.
We're all being socialized, male and female, at the same time. And as a trans woman, I know that there are a lot of things I rejected about masculinity.
Yes.
And I was like, no, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be the one who doesn't pay attention to women. I'm not going to be the one who doesn't listen to them. So I was kind of seen, I think, as like a sensitive guy or something like that. Lesbians reject that socialization too, which is kind of the irony in all this, that, you rejected patriarchy too.
If you meet someone and you have chemistry with them and you're compatible with them and you find out that they are a trans woman, which they will tell you in their own time, let that be their own truth to
reveal to you.
Thank you. Don't let that scare you off from pursuing a relationship, because trans women are women.
And we're worthy of love.
What do you guys think? Have you met a trans woman? Have you been interested in a trans woman? Have you ever thought about dating a trans woman? How many of you are dating trans men? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think, Maia?
I would answer any one of them, so if they have any questions in there, I will look at them and I'll answer them myself.
Cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're sweet. I am.
She is. Don't forget to check out my collaboration with Maia on her channel, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe.
Share and like.
Bye.